Okay, so in this video I'm going to talk about this. It's the Moni Moto tracker. It's really well priced and it's a great idea if basically you want to stand a good chance of getting your motorcycle back, or maybe a car or whatever, in the event that some little tea leaf takes it from you. Okay, so I'll start off by saying I did an original video for this where I unboxed it and went through all the different setup process, but the video was really long-winded and it was crap and I hated it, so I thought it's been about nearly 2 months I think I've had this installed and I'm using it, so I thought I'd talk to you more at a higher level as to kind of what it's like to set up, install, and then kind of how you use it. So what comes in this little package is obviously the box itself, a sheet of instructions. The instructions are really straightforward. It's basically in pictorial form, so follow the instructions on there. When you install the app, it takes you through everything. It's really kind of super simple and straightforward. Obviously the other things you get in the box are this key fob, and this key fob is often what communicates to the tracker to let you know that you're near it. And then also the tracker itself, and I'll put a picture on the screen so you can see what that looks like. Looks like a little black cigar case really, and some reusable cable ties so you can help kind of mount that where you want to. So on my Indian Scout bobber, it's, you know, because it's a bobber, there's not many places to put many things, so I did manage to find a place to install it. It works really well. Important thing to note when you're installing it is that if you look at the tracker, one end has the GPS antenna in it, the other end doesn't, so make sure the GPS antenna is pointing up so it can do stuff. But it works really well. So I think it's worth about £25 a year, I think, after you've bought the tracker, to use their SIM service. You can use your own SIM if you want, but the price is pretty good, and you get like 1 or 2 months free anyway. So I think both the cost of the item and the running costs are really good, but the main thing is how well this thing works. So I will bring up the app in a moment to go and show you what the app looks like, but this thing works really well. So well in two ways really. One is it works so well you kind of forget that you have it. I mean, I forget all the time really that that's what this is for. It just kind of sits in ignition, and then when I do forget that my bike has a tracker on it, and I barely move it in the garage. So just an example, the other day I wanted to just check the brake fluid level. So my bike was on the stand on the side, I literally just moved it up like this, my phone started ringing, and it was the tracker ringing me to say, hey, your bike's being moved, check the app for GPS positioning. So that's how minute the movement was, and the alert was within seconds. So I feel really much more confident that, you know, this works the way it's supposed to. I'm not going to show you in full detail what that tracking looks like, so I don't want to disclose my address, but trust me, it works really well, and I'm really impressed with this. I did look at some other similar kind of tracker things that had varying reviews online, but I have no regrets about this Moni Moto, even considering getting one you know, to put in a car as well, because I think that's the best thing about it is pretty discreet once you hide it somewhere, but you can just move it from one device to another. You haven't got to hardwire it or anything. Also, I don't know how long the battery is going to last. I've only had it a couple of months. The battery still says it's fine, but the batteries can be relatively easy replaced. I did find that when I was putting it together and I looked at taking the batteries out, one battery came out quite easily, the second one not so much. So I will do a follow-up video in the future as to how long the batteries lasted and how easy it was to replace. But yeah, so let me get the phone ready so you can see what it looks like on an app. I'm really impressed with this, and if I get another bike, I'll definitely get another one of these based on my experience so far. So grab the phone and show you the app. Okay, so this is the app over here. So you can see basically when you've set things up, you name the device. So I've obviously named mine Indian Bobber because it's my Indian Scout Bobber. I had this set up in. Gives you the ID of the key, which I've masked out just for security reasons. But again, it's telling me that the battery is okay in the tracker on the bike, and the battery is okay in this key fob as well. It doesn't give me an indication as to kind of how okay it is, so it's not like telling me 50%, 60% or whatever, so we'll have to wait and see what happens kind of with that. The bike checks in kind of as standard every 24 hours kind of when you aren't using it. So as you can see there, 2:05 p.m. Today, things checked in. If we look at events, this will show kind of previous situations that have triggered on the bike. So you can see here, obviously the SIM card was set to expire after that kind of free trial period. But it gives you all this information back here. So again, these are times where, again, I've moved the bike in the garage and it's obviously signalled. Now, one of the things that can happen, it doesn't always have GPS signal, or no, it has, it doesn't always have GPS signal, but it does have GSM, so it tries to utilise kind of some of the information there to give you updates and still be able to track it even if it's not GPS. So that's basically if someone's put it in the back of a metal container or something, it can do different stuff. And you can see here then where it has an approximate location, where it's general idea of where it thinks it is based on kind of last updates, and then also information where you can kind of get different information on kind of its location based on GPS working. So that works pretty well. So again, this works really easy. There's a help section, just if you kind of forget how it works, but like I said, it pretty much works on its own. You don't have to kind of worry about doing anything. I think there's some downloads in there for firmware updates, which I haven't really looked at too much. And then there is settings in here, so that if for some reason you want to, you can force tracking to happen, and remove your account if you give this to someone else or what have you. If you go back to home, you can have multiple Moni Motos configured for multiple devices, and just add that here, and you can then track everything. So again, pretty simple and straightforward, but it does just work really, really well. Like I said, I'm really happy with it, and I recommend it for the money. I think it's pretty good. So short video, not I guess most comprehensive, but really my thoughts after the last couple of months. And if I was looking for a tracker, this is the one I recommend you buy. Please leave comments down below. Perhaps you've bought one, had different experiences. Perhaps you've got a different kind of tracker that you think people should consider as well. Leave that in the comments below so people can make informed purchasing decisions. There's two versions of this, one for Europe and one for US. Like I said, you can use the SIM card that they provide, or you can use your own. I just don't see why you bother, well, assuming their prices stay the same, I don't see why you'd bother putting your own in there, because it's like £25 a year for peace of mind. It's so much better than any other kind of tracker price. So good job to Bruno and the team for making this available, and check it out. I'll put links in below where you can buy one if you want to get one, but let me know kind of how you get on and what your experiences are, and I feel safer knowing I have that tracker. Thanks for watching this video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.